Hey YouTube, coming at you with the third team from the disaster class video that I had yesterday. So if you watched my video yesterday, you'll know that I had a lot of problems in the Halloween Cup trying to figure out like teams that work. I started with the top team that I thought would work, saw so many greninjas, and so I switched to this team. And this team did better, way better in general, until the meta shifted towards the ending. So in that video yesterday, I kind of talked about how you need to evolve. People always ask me, when you run with a team and when you change a team. And in general, the rule for me is you should run with this team as long as you can, unless the meta shifts substantially. So for this one, I'm using it because I had seen a lot of greninjas, but at the same time, I'd also seen a lot of darks. So, well, greninjas are dark, sorry, but like I've seen a lot of other darks. So I used AZUMARILL to deal with everything. And Ariados is still a good one too because it has lunge for the darks and it still has trailblaze if I see the ground type Pokemon, like I saw a lot of Golurks yesterday. So this team worked way better. Let's get into the battles and we'll go from there. So AZUMARILL against Clodsire is a neutralish matchup. The problem is they do if they're running Sledge Bomb, they do outpace you to it, and it does do over 50% of your health. So Ice Beam will also do over 50% of their health, but you know, you're just gonna get outpaced. So I'll be interested to see if I try and catch here. Yeah, I try and catch, and I do catch successfully because I just kind of lined it up on the even number and then luckily got the catch there. So I do catch. Ariados is very spammy, running Trailblaze and Lunge for the darks, Trailblaze for the ground type Pokemon. Yes, it leaves you a little vulnerable to fairies, specifically like Galarian Weezing will wall everything, but I think it's worth that, giving that up. And in this mid game here, I will flip switch. So spamminess coming out through there. There you get a couple out here. Because I'm sure I'm probably going to go with AZUMARILL. Because I caught their move, they're dry on energy, which means that, geez, they still got a couple. Man, this thing's fast to the Sludge Bombs. But at least we're evenish now, right? We're even in this shield scenario. Sorry, the energy scenario. So then they give up switch into a Greninja. So showing me their last Pokemon. The thing with Greninja, and I'm probably going to use it at least once in the Halloween Cup. Even in this bad matchup, these Hydro Cannons come so fast and hard that the bubbles being resisted on AZUMARILL, you need 6 bubbles to get to a play rough. So that's like 18 turns worth of moves. By that time, you're already taken like 2 Hydro Cannons. So, and if they out shield you here, like they used 1 shield, even I baited and they still got, what was that, fourth Hydro? So Greninja's causing a lot of problems. I truly think one of the best answers for Greninja in this meta is going to be like a true fairy, either a fairy wind where you charge super fast or just like a charm user. I figured they were going to try and catch, which is why I held and maximized the energy, because I need every max of that energy, how fast energy generating water shuriken is. So I maximize the energy so I can get to this move and take this out. So couple just like heads up play, catch early in the game, energy management there, getting me out of a tricky situation. Okay, good lead and a good switch here. I should probably be throwing Trailblaze quicker just to boost your attack, but it is okay. I live on Ace Beam with ease. I'll fast move, optimize here, get off Trailblaze and boost my attack. And they shield, and I'm like, okay, you just lost this matchup quite easily because now I can most definitely take you out with Poison Stings and Trailblazes, and they shield again. So this third one is going to do a ton of damage. So I've already grabbed 2 shields. I will shield here, and I'll probably throw it ASAP. Okay, throw it. Okay, what am I doing? Throw it. I don't want them to catch, but farmed up a little bit, but I'm still just going to be taken out anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But got the shield and kept switch. A line here, easy peasy. Not much to talk about this battle. I did leave a poll, so I'll have you guys comment. I'm seeing if anyone voted on the poll. I just posted it before I started shooting this video. What are you playing this week? What do you want to see more of? Great League Remix Halloween Cup 50-50 split. And right now, 28 Great League Remix, 33% Halloween Cup, 39%, 50-50 split. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. These are two good leagues to play, right? You have 5 different unique-ish typings that don't get played a lot in this meta, in the Halloween Cup. And then you got a Great League Remix that doesn't have clodsire and Feraligatr and all the Pokemon you normally see. So I'm not surprised that it's a 50-50 split, that most people are just like, show me both. So I think that's what we will do this week, is just kind of go back and forth. So I'll show this one first tomorrow morning, or I guess you're watching it now, so it's in the morning for me. And then I'll maybe do a Great League Remix this afternoon. And then I'll see if you guys have any submissions. Let me know. Again, get the Switch and get the AZUMARILL here. This one smartly lets the first one go, knowing that I'm only going to boost my attack from here. So they're playing it differently. I don't think it matters at all, quite honestly. I feel like this one's maybe more attack heavy because these ice beams and bubbles are taking me very low, and I'm not even close to getting the third one off here. So if they wanted to, they could shield and flip switch. And I think they don't, which I think is maybe a mistake. Yeah, so I get the lunge off here, which will chip. It's neutral, and I've already boosted my attack a couple times on the Mandibuzz. And I'll align Mandibuzz back with my AZUMARILL. And now it's just what's in the back. And I, like, yeah, Toxapex. They should have fought for switch so hard there. 100%. So people always ask me, when should you fight for switch? This is a perfect example of when you should try and fight for switch. For some reason, their ice beams did more than the previous AZUMARILL ice beams. So if they wanted to, they could have like shielded that and bubbled down. When I have a AZUMARILL on the front and you have a Toxapex in the back and you have a Mandibuzz on the front, you're damn right you're fighting for switch as hard as you can in this matchup. So they did not fight for switch. I can get off this Earthquake here to grab the shield. I assume they're going to try to keep this alive. I'm going to be aware that they're going to try and snipe me as well. But I don't want to jump too early. But there it is. There's the attempted snipe, and I kind of figured it was coming. So when I had such good alignment, but they still had a chance to flip the mid-game there, you got to try and flip it. Okay, this new Pokemon. The first move is electric. Okay, so for those of you who have not seen the showcase, this is how it works. They throw a Roar Wheel, and then it switches mode into the dark mode. So now the next one will be a dark... oh, someone just called me out for how I pronounce this. Let me see 1 second. Someone just called me out on how to pronounce this. You're from James McDonald. You're killing me with the saying. It's Ara. Ara? So it's not Aura, it's Ara Wheel? Okay. Ara Wheel. It's not how it's spelled. Okay. Clearly someone who doesn't play the main series games. Okay. Ara Wheel. So they switch to dark. They throw an electric first. They switch to a dark type Pokemon. No, they keep their typing. Sorry. No matter what, they keep the electric dark typing. It's just that the Ara Wheel switches to the dark typing the second time, and then when they throw it, they switch back to electric. So that's how it works if you haven't seen it in action yet. I have caught one, and I will eventually build it up, but not in a rush because, again, not surprising. Like, whenever there's a new Pokemon, Home Slice and Yonkers get their New Zealand friends and get the video out like within the first second. So there is no point for me to try and rush and get it out. I'll play with it when I play with it, and then I'll give you I'll do a Beyond the Hype, right? I'll just call it Beyond the Hype because that's exactly what it is. It's a Beyond the Hype look at a Pokemon that everyone's pumping up, and I'll check it out eventually. In the back is a Venusaur. I think I make a little mistake here. I know Earthquake was not going to one-shot, but I didn't think Sludge Bomb would do enough. But I really just needed to be I just needed to be Ice Beam range. So I don't need it to be this low because Bubble's not going to take it down. I need it to be Ice Beam range, and I don't need them with energy. So what I probably should have done is throw the Sludge Bomb, chip it a good amount, and force them to throw their energy quicker because I would have got to the second Sludge Bomb quick. So I would have forced that energy quicker. Maybe I would have got to a move there. I still probably would not have, so I think I would have been a loss anyways. But yeah. Way too slow on the switch here. This is me just like... I don't think I played Clodsire much, and I definitely haven't played the Clodsire Galarian Weezing matchup much because... yeah, I think with Brutal Swing and like Play Rough, you should probably, and a Fairy Wind fast move, you should definitely be switching into Clodsire faster since Clodsire is your poison, will resist it, and you have Earthquake. So being super slow on the switch there probably is going to hurt me in this matchup because I already let them get like 4 Fairy Winds, which is way too many to let your opponent get before you make a switch here. And as you're seeing here, they make a mistake. They had me, right? They had chipped me low because I had not shielded anything. They were out spamming me. And they probably could have grabbed a shield, maybe shielded my next Earthquake and stuff like that. But instead, they give up switch and shield us. I don't know what this person is doing. Not how I would be playing this matchup, but their Golurk will go down here because I will shield and take this out. So I'll have a shield advantage. It's either the Weezing's going to come back in or it's going to be like a... Okay. I was worried that was maybe like a double poison, like a Toxapex was going to come in. But we'll let this go. I'll be interested to see if I come... Don't get farmed down. Don't get farmed down. Okay, so they come in and try and catch, and they caught on Clodsire. So that's an unlucky catch for them because they're just going to take super effective. I'm almost out of move, so I'm going to come in here, get this Earthquake off, chip them super low, force them to throw, and then Ariados should sweep the rest here. So take this move, let it go. Ariados comes in. They did just show Stone Edge here, so if I don't get to a move, I would have to shield, which is why I'm just going to throw this, boost my attack, and take the shield into the back because I really don't want to shield unnecessarily if I don't have to, because these moves are going to come pretty quick. I'll just shield one. It's got to be Brutal Swing because if they're running Play Rough, that's resisted because I'm poison. And I do get to the Trailblaze, which is resisted, but I'm boosted and they're very low, so I should be okay here. So yeah, this team worked pretty well. Again, Guzzlord, there's a decent amount of darks in this meta. Out comes the Clodsire. So in these matchups, when the Clodsire comes in, I tend to... Bubble and Ice Beam are super effective. So I tend to chip or grab a shield back here before I get into my own Clodsire. But as you see, I do get outpaced, which is a little bit of an issue. It's not a little bit of an issue. It's a pretty big issue, which is why Clodsire is an answer to AZUMARILL. Unless it has like Hydro Pump, because maybe Hydro Pump one-shots. So I know they're going to outpace me now too. So I'm in a weird situation where I'm like, what do I do here? So I throw the Earthquake and they shield. And then I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to get outpaced here. I have a bunch of energy. I feel like I should shield to try and get this off. But I'm also worried that the switch timer is up. So they're going to come in. And then I'm like, can I get out? No, I can't. And I don't want to take a move because then I'll be taken out. So I just got to burn the switch clock. So I'm burning the switch clock. They let the first one go, which means it's Ice Beam range now. The only concern is if it has Sludge Bomb, because Guzzlord has Sludge Bomb for some reason. I don't know why. I don't play the games. But it is just Brutal Swing, so they are running probably Crunch, Brutal Swing and Dragon Claw, I guess. So when they threw the Brutal Swing, I'm like, okay, they do not have the move. Let's get to as much energy as I can here. Gonna get this Ice Beam off. Enough to take out, and it's a Toxapex in the lead. And I'm trying to like bank this energy, but by this time, this thing has move. I don't have shields. It's going to take me out with the Brine, and then I'm behind on shields and useless here, and now they can align their other Pokemon here, and this game's over. This game is over. Not much I can do. With a really good lead, too. It was just the mid-game there. Losing that shield and then having a Pokemon that in the back that can generally take the rest of the team out is tough here. I will go over the ads and the memberships in the back end here because they are starting to appear. I'm not holding my breath that they're fully back yet until I see a few days of data. We have an idea of what happened. We don't know why it happened, but I'll give you all that at the end of the video if you want to stay around, which I know some of you do. Anyways, terrible AZUMARILL. Yeah. So that's the top left here. So bad lead. So I have to come in here. But again, coming into a mirror match behind on energy is not a good scenario. So coming in behind on energy, And then they eventually get out into Greninja. So I should have thrown Lunge. Yes, Trailblaze boosts my attack, but Lunge lowers their attack, and Hydro's going to take me out no matter what. But if I lower their attack, those Hydros won't add up as much on AZUMARILL. And I know it's going to be taken out there. So I definitely throw the Lunge. Both are super effective, but I would have lowered these Hydro cannons that are going to come at me here. So here comes the Hydro. Get off the play rough. Are they already down a shield? Yeah, so I was going to say, there's no point of even trying to bait there when they are down a shield. AZUMARILL comes in, but I am up a shield, which puts me in the driver's seat here because I'm up on shields, up on energy, and they have an Ariados in the back. So I will just shield up this Ice Beam because that is going to be the move that hurts the most. And then I will get these Sludge Bombs off to take it out, and then the Ariados is not going to have much play. Yeah, so again, they can throw Trailblaze, but they're going to need like 3 to really do some damage. Actually, the second one will probably do some decent amount of damage, but I can live it. And then I get off this Earthquake, and I remember them letting it go, and I would have been out of move on AZUMARILL, I think anyways. So I'll take this matchup, and I think the last one is a loss, but we'll watch it, and then I'll talk about the channel and what I'm thinking moving forward. Greninja, so a good lead. But again, this thing does... So it's probably at least one... That's at 2 Hydros for now. So by the time we get to 2 players, it's at 2 Hydros. Their Ariados comes in. I think this is maybe a mistake. Maybe not, though. Because 1 Earthquake probably does not take it out. So maybe I do need to chip it low enough here. And again, they probably have Trailblaze. And these Trailblazes will add up pretty quick here. So there's one. They're going to get a second one off here before I get to the Earthquake. Especially if I don't throw it. Okay. Throw that move. Force them to make a decision. I always say that on like subscribers videos, and it's correct. I have the Earthquake. They have a bunch of energy. There's no reason to take that second Trailblaze. Like, you throw that Earthquake before they throw that second Trailblaze, so you force their shield, or you let them go down with energy and don't take the damage. There's absolutely no reason to do what I just did, which is take that damage. Clodsire, right? So Clodsire is in the back, and this is why I think I stayed too long in this matchup. And I took too much damage. Yeah, this. I don't think this is the right play, and it's not even just hindsight looking back that I lost this matchup. I've got such a dominating matchup with AZUMARILL, and this I'm going to get outpaced. Yes, Ariados is going to have some problems with Clodsire, but you at least have Trailblaze. So what I was banking on is that I could just like maybe like chip this and get this out, and then I can come in Ariados and lunge it. So that's exactly what you're going to see here, right? I'm going to come in here, get ahead on energy. Hopefully I can just like, I maybe should have got more energy here. Because I'm like, I've got lunge. I can lower the attack of Greninja. But then I'm like, I know this has Stone Edge now, so I need to seal the Stone Edge. And then I'm just going to get, this thing's loaded with energy, so it's going to Hydro Cannon the crap out of me here and take me out. And then I'm too low on AZUMARILL and I'm going to lose. So I definitely did not play this matchup how I should have played it. So I will lose this matchup. Okay, channel. You guys are starting to see ads again. Hopefully it is also the same today. So it's 7 days and they came back. So one of our theories makes sense based on the number of days. It's a bug. It's an invalid traffic strike. But it's not a strike because it's not appearing on our thing, because we already asked when we contacted support. It was like, is it an invalid? Because this is a known bug. Is it an invalid traffic thing? And they all said no. But ads started coming back. One of the people in the server said, yep, minimum penalty for invalid traffic is exactly 7 days. So it could be we all had an invalid traffic bug all along. Or at least the system thought we did, but now it's cleared us of that penalty. So what an invalid traffic bug is, and what I'm going to do to potentially lower it, is an invalid traffic bug basically means that if my video is embedded on like other sites, they're worried that like people clicking on that video to get to my site, if it's embedded on another site and they're coming through that it may not be like a true view. So I do promote a lot on Facebook and Twitter and Reddit. So I'm wondering if like, and people I know do that, others post too. And so I'm wondering if like it just like flagged the system. It's weird. It's still weird. This is why we think it's a bug. It's one thing if like one channel gets dinged. It's another thing for literally thousands of channels to have that exact same thing happen. So that's why we think it's a bug. But the ads as of yesterday were back. If they were back on this video, great. I will not get excited for a few days until I see it. But yes, it's 100%. It's ad baby. I have an ad. I see ads. So you're seeing ads yesterday. My concern is, what if this happens again? I don't want to like risk it, but at the same time, I didn't love wanting to hide the second video behind a paywall, but I think for short term, that's what I wanted to do just to like offset this. But if the issue is solved, I won't hide the paywall. However, a lot of you still say you support me. So what I think I'm going to do anyways, and again, you will still have two, if this is fixed for real, you will just have the 2 videos morning and afternoon free for everyone. I have put in memberships just as like if this happens again, at least I'll have like a secondary little bit of money coming in. So again, do not feel like you need to buy these memberships, right? It's an option if people want to support or if you want some perks. So I was looking at like the options that they provide on YouTube here for memberships. And basically there's going to be 2 tiers. There's going to be like truly the bottom line tier, $4.99, which is going to give you just like the basic stuff. Loyalty badges, emojis, priority reply to comments, just basic stuff. And then someone actually said like, why don't you review battles? Why don't you let us like be friends in your game? Like, why don't you actually make like a real tier membership? So I'm like, okay. Like, I get it. It's not just like the friend, because I know that other content creators do friends and people can get like, oh, I have to pay to be your friend. So I don't love that. But it wouldn't be just that alone. So I got like a higher tier membership that would do like add you in the game with me. I'll add you as a friend. Plus I will like custom review your battles if you want. So if you send me like 5 sets of battles, I'll do like a custom video reviewing your battles, or like I can do like a write-up too, being like, if you want just like a write-up instead. So that would be the second tier. Again, this is just like an idea to keep like a potential second source here in case something bad happens again. But for right now, if it is truly fixed, we'll keep everything public and just keep it going as is. And it will just be 7 days of lost revenue. So it'll be like maybe a $400, $350, $400 loss here in revenue if this thing is fixed, which so be it, right? Okay. Anyways, that is it. Yeah, so I guess we'll have a Great League remix this afternoon. Let me update the poll to see if anything has changed. Ooh, slightly ahead of Halloween Cup. So, Great League remix. How many people have voted? 82 votes. Great League remix, 28%. 50-50 split is 30%. And Halloween Cup is 41%. So, I think slightly more people will be playing Halloween Cup. I still think I'll do a Great League remix for this afternoon, and then I will maybe it'll honestly be like the poll and the views, whatever is doing more, I'll maybe skew more to Halloween Cup if that is the case. Anyways, that is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support and all this, and I will see you guys in the next one.